What up, YouTube? It's me, ya boy. That's perfect. I got a question about my spell I've been using. And so I figured maybe I would show a little bit about iron spells and spell books, as well as maybe how to get the lightning, the chain lightning. Maybe even how to boost it up and make it nice and powerful. Sound good? Sounds good to me. How do we get the lightning spell? Okay, while you're out adventuring, you're going to come across these spell scrolls that are inside of treasure. Mobs will drop them. You can trade for them. They have different rarities on them. If you hold them and you right click them, you use the spell. But don't do this, right? Because now scroll gone. Scroll gone and you gotta go find another one. So what you do is you get you a spell book, a nice little spell book. Man, I should have looked up an easy one to get. Ironbound tome. Yeah, you have some early ones here you can make, right? Leather, chains, paper, ironbound tome. So what you do is you get your spell book and you grab yourself an inscription table. Slam that bad boy down. Whenever you select the table, if you have a book in your inventory or equipped in your spell book curio slot, it'll show up here on the table. You select the spell you want over here in this little slot on the left side underneath the book and select a tab you want it to go into and you hit boop, boom. Now I have Firefly Swarm. In my spell book, there is a key binding. I don't know what it is by default. I changed mine, but there's a radial wheel that will come up for you to select. I can just look up the key bind, I guess. So it's under iron spells and spell books general. There is open spell wheel, and that's where you can kind of select your spells. Spell bar scroll, spell bar scroll modifier. What? Can you? What's doing that right now? Display construct and show the active abilities HUD. That's wrong stuff. Try that. Is that what that's for? Oh my god. Wait, that's actually pretty cool. On the left side of my screen right there. Okay, anyways, you're probably going to want to go in here and change the key bindings around. And I also suggest changing the key bindings because casting the spells can be a little weird. If you're in combat trying to actually use them, it gets difficult. So I would suggest go ahead, hop in here, scroll down till you find IRON, iron spells, right? I have my selected spell. The one that's highlighted on your little bar here is your selected spell. Middle click, I was using Shift R to open up the wheel. Spell bar, scroll modifier. That's why I just set the left alt, and if you hold that down while you use your mouse wheel, it's going to rotate through your spells. So yeah, one of the things that if you have one of those like MMO mice that have like 9 buttons on the side of it, you're probably going to have a really good time with this. I would highly recommend setting your spells on mouse keys or on buttons you don't mind pressing and sacrificing for doing this. It makes it a lot easier. It really does. So you have your spell book, you have your skills. I can hold Alt here and we'll pick up the new spell that I just had. I kind of want to do a little showcase of what the different ones do, but I think I'll do that in a different video. I've been farming a lot of loot back here. I hold my cast button, which was middle click for me, and I throw my fireflies in there and they are going around and killing things. It's pretty cool. I need a target. Oh. You go in the world and you explore and you hope that you get the chain lightning one. But if you can't get the chain lightning one and you're just very unlucky, there are other ways. Let's make ourselves the scroll forge. It's going to take crying obsidian and go find those little broken nether portals that are out in the world, out in the wild. Just grab some crying obsidian from those. Or I think you can also use an obsidian bee. I think if you have obsidian bees that you let fly around and you let them flower on obsidian, they have a chance to turn those into crying obsidian as well. There's probably other ways too. I'm sure I will be let know in the comments, right? Right. Good. Thank you. I've actually been appreciating how much help people have been putting in the comments. It's really cool. So I do appreciate it. I do try to read all of them. Thank you very much. Big draft smooches go out to all of you assisting and educating me. So yeah, when you're around the world and you're looking for your scrolls, you're also going to come across essence. You're going to come across ink. You're going to come across different rarities of inks, different rarities of spells. Save them. Grab them. Even if you find scrolls for spells that you don't even want to use. Oh, I wonder if there's a table. I might try giving these tables to a villager and see if they become like a spell person. But usually the villages will actually have priests in them, and the priest is also from this mod. Be careful, okay? Because if you go in that priest tower and you loot his chest, he will be angry and he will come for you, okay? If he's around. If he's around. If he's not around, you can grab it and run. I will also say, I also had this. You'll come across like the Holy Priest Tower, Fire Mage Tower, Ice Mage Tower, the Evoker Tower. There's a nature spell casting fucking pig dude. These guys will whoop you early game, okay? They are not messing around. They will use spells on you and you will die. If you don't touch anything and you talk to them, you can trade with them and stuff like that. And that's one thing you could do, right? Is like you can trade and try to get different spells, but I don't think they sell spells outside of their school. So like the fire mage probably only sells fire skills. I haven't delved deep into that because I usually just rob them and then they get mad at me and then I have to, you know, dispose of them. It's just the way it is. That's life. What was I talking about? You could trade them. You're gonna find the tower, but there isn't a lightning one, right? There is not a lightning wizard tower thing. I do not believe. I have not seen one. Grab the inks and stuff like that, right? I'll show you how to use this stuff real quick. You might actually love this cauldron. This cauldron is actually really, really nice, especially early game. It's pretty cheap, right? Your normal cauldron, some more extra iron. The cinder essence, which isn't also bad, okay? You can get these from the ancient knights out in the nether around the ancient battlefields, or I'll show you the other spot, okay? Can you find them as treasure? Maybe. I haven't paid attention. You're gonna come out and you're gonna be exploring and you're gonna find little towers like this. This is the fire mage tower. If you go downstairs, right, you'll walk in, you can go upstairs or downstairs. If you go downstairs, that's where the fire mage is. And of course, this one isn't here because, you know, things. But they'll have tons of books, tons of good stuff, a little bit of amethyst. They have the table here if you need to, you know, yoink one. And if you go downstairs even further, lots of chests. Some of these places end up being huge. Like this one's actually blocked off. But sometimes they'll generate with like just hallways of extra chests, extra things to loot, pots, random stuff. Very, very nice for getting loot. I think you can come in here and it has like the fire ale and stuff like that. I don't even know what that does. Does it increase my fire damage? I have a tummy ache. You go upstairs and I'm pretty sure I've removed this one. You're like, oh wait, there's like nothing here. But if you come up here, build a little thing, hop up here, like bloop, 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 there's gonna be a little pile of armor on the ground. And you gotta be careful. It will kill you. Get somewhere safe. Maybe you can get up. I think this is how I did it. I got up on a wall with like a pickaxe that had like a little bit of extra reach. And you can and break it, right? And ancient guy comes out, ancient knight. If you kill him, he gives you the essence. Now, if you can capture him and take him home and put him in an Ars Nouveau jar, the Drigmies will harvest loot from him. So you get netherite scraps, you get the cinder essence, and you get like spells and stuff like that every once in a while. That's where you'll find that armor thing. And I say all that so that you know how to get the cinder essence so that you can grab. I feel like you can find cinder essence in chests sometimes too. Maybe in the mage towers themselves you can find some cinder essence. Maybe even in some of them they might even have the cauldron. I didn't even look. Get a hold of a cauldron. I think you'll enjoy it, right? You'll like it. It's very nice for making spells. So boop, slam it down, fill it up. And what's really cool about this is if you want to make potions, grab your nether wart. I don't have any right now. Yeah, have yourself some nether wart, okay? A gas tier, we'll do some potion of regen, and a glowstone. If you click in there, your ingredients, I don't even think you have to do it in order. Gas tier, nether wart, glowstone. You just wait a minute. Never mind, you gotta do them in order. I'm an idiot. Anywho, do it in order. Like this. I think you can even like hopper them in or click them in there. You can probably get creative and automate this some way. Boom, it all just turns into the potion. It gives you 4 potions per. Why did I type potion? I need a 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Pretty good, huh? Something else that you can also do with it if you have water inside of it is if you have some unwanted scrolls, you can take your scroll. It'll actually break down. That. Oh, if you hold shift, okay, it shows up here above it. So we have 1 uncommon ink in there, right? And that was an uncommon scroll. Rare one. Let's do different rarities here. They're uncommon and epic. Ah, you only have a chance to get the ink. That was the sound of one of the spells dissolving into nothing. Do I get a legendary one? Hell yeah. Yeah, brother. Throw a legendary one in there. See if we can get a legendary. So yeah, you get some spells you don't want. You can get the ink. You can also, I think, use this to upgrade. Okay. You're just being a jerk now. And I think this even shows up with the potions inside of it too. If you hold your sneak button and look at it, it'll show you what's inside of it. So there we go. We've got all our different inks inside of here. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yep, just bottle them up and you've got your extra ink. Hello, good morning. I'm working on my video again and I've realized that I forgot to explain how to upgrade the ink. So let me go over this real quick. Use 4 inks to upgrade it to the next level. The recipe is here. You put 4 inks and whatever the little catalyst or ink it needs right here. Throw this in here first. You can throw it in there last. Doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 common inks and a copper. Bloop. Uncommon ink. And I'll do it with this one here too, just to show it. I'll do it the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw in an iron. Rare ink. There we go. Now collect that. That is a way for you to upgrade your inks. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, thank you. So we've gotten our ink, got paper, we got spell book. So you get extremely unlucky, right? And you want to be just as cool as your favorite streamer slash trying to be a YouTuber, Spoonerton, the man who thinks he's part giraffe for some reason. Look at that! If we go to Chain Lightning, you use the Scroll Forge, the thing that I made earlier and I didn't even talk about. So in the Scroll Forge, what you can do is you can craft these spells. And what you need is the kind of the little catalyst for the spell, some ink and paper. If you add different rarity ink, you can, you know, bump it up in rarity. We can just do it together. How about that? We'll start with the uncommon ink and we'll get paper, right? And we'll get our bottle of lightning. Very cool. I got a little bit here. I'll go to the table. I'll put in my stuff. And you can actually select from a lot of different spells. And some spells don't show up because they require higher quality ink because they're higher level, right? So if we look here, unfortunately, you ain't going to be able to do chain lightning at this level. So I'm going to have to find out what level you do need it. Does it show up for rare? There it is. Let me see if it shows up for uncommon, just so that we can know for sure how far you got to go. Yep, chain lightning on uncommon. We'll click it, it'll make your little thing here, pick it up, it'll consume your material, and don't forget to put it in your spell book, all right? If you have built the Arcane Anvil, so we slapped that down. Arcane Anvil, this is where you will upgrade your spells and upgrade your armor pieces in your spell book with the little orbs that'll alter your power. So I'll slip in there my uncommon chain lightning, and I'll slip in a rare ink. It doesn't work yet, so there's probably a couple of levels that it can go up, right? So we're at level 3 now. If you put in another uncommon ink, it'll knock it up to 4, knock it up to 5. So now you can see I don't have any more upgrades I can do with uncommon ink. You swap to a higher level, right? Uncommon to rare. 7, 8. Grab out the legendary 1, so 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm sorry if that was a little misleading. I did have on some things to boost the level, which I'm going to show as well. But you can craft it up to level 10 naturally, right? Then after that, you can't go up no more. Can't do, right? Slam it in your book somewhere and you're good to go. If you need to take a spell out, if you click on it... Wait, is my chain lightning level 9? I haven't even leveled my own up. I could have been running a higher level. Well, I'm glad we did this. Wow, what's wrong with me? If you need to take them out, you just grab them here. It doesn't ruin them. You can collect them, put them in a box somewhere, and pull them out and replace them as you need. You don't have to worry about that. So now we got Chain Lightning level 10. It's in my spell book. You can select it this way, or you can use the key that you could have set earlier to scroll through your spells. Or you can set a hotkey for it. I don't know what my hotkey is for it. I think it was 2. Yeah, it's 2. I have mine set to 2. Look at that. We're zapping up. And as it levels up, you'll increase those stats on it. So we can look at the difference. We have a 64 damage, 12, 33. So if I hover over it, with the gear I have on now, level 10 lightning does 5 more damage, 1 more target, and what, 2 more block range? Yeah, so leveling them up were pretty good. So I was like, man, I wonder if you can bump it a little bit more. And you can bump it up a little bit more. You'll find these rings of affinity out in the world. You can trade for them. They might be different spells though. You might find like a ring of raise dead affinity or heal affinity or something. And they will raise your skills by +1. You can change the spell that they are attuned to, I think in the anvil here like this, right? See, now it's +1 to Frost Weave. The level and the rarity of the spell do not matter. It'll always be +1, at least from what I've seen. But I put 2 Scrolls of Lightning in there, and you can do that with the other spells too. If you are unlucky and can't find the affinity ring, I think there was a no affinity ring. Yeah, the ring of no affinity. It's not too bad to craft. You just need a bucket and mithril scraps. There's a good level to get them from somewhere, but I'm not sure where it was. You can even get it from the minor foliate. So even the very beginning miner for the mining dimension through occultism can get it. And I also believe if you are mining with Boon of the Earth on your pickaxe, I think you can also get them that way too. I'm pretty sure you can. You look at the one that I actually have, it's up to level 12 in my spellbook now, thanks to that. 15 targets, 40 block range, 78 damage. Pretty nice. You're unlucky. You can't get the spell. You haven't found any of these little bottles of lightning. How the heck do you get that bottle of lightning, you ask? No problem. I'll show you. In order to get bottles of lightning, you have to right-click a charged creeper with an empty bottle, which is not the easiest thing to do, which is what kind of sucks, right? Like, not only do you not have like a wizard tower you can go to like get some of the mats from, but the other wizards, if you're able to capture them and farm them, whatever route you might take, they usually drop runes. You need the different runes from the different schools of magic to create the gear to help boost the spell power in those schools. So lightning, you kind of get the short end of the stick. No wizard to farm. You gotta go poke a charged creeper, but it's okay. We'll figure it out, right? So I have one in the creature catcher. If maybe you can trap one somehow or whatever you have to do. You've noticed that my bricks here have magically changed to slab so I can see my creeper better. Oh yeah. All right, so we have our creeper caught up in a cage. All right, so for ways to charge the creeper, if anyone knows any easy ways to do this, please let me know. But it seems like outside of just like a natural lightning hitting it, right? Like, so if you're trying to do this super early, like your best bet might actually be running around and looting chests and killing monsters until you can get it. But if you can get a creeper, you can get him caged up, and the ways that I have found to charge him so far are, this way is pretty easy. If you're pumping out like a good bit of power and you have power going, even playing with the power mod, you can put a snowball inside of the little energizing orb, charge it, and it'll become a charged snowball. And then we can take this snowball and we can slap our little friend with it. Bap. So now that we have him charged up, if we grab ourselves some glass bottles, we go up to him, we right click, and we can get some charged lightning, but it hurts him. But you do get the bottle of lightning, which is pretty cool, right? You can, at least with at least one bottle of lightning, you can go ahead and make the scroll. If you want to, though, there are different ways to heal the creeper. This little healing stone will give regeneration to entities that are around. You can see him regenerating health this way. This is from the Roots Classic mod. If you make this little runic tablet, it goes over how to do the different rituals and stuff like that, and it's really not that bad. Healing standing stone. Formal ritual, you place these on top of the tablet: attuned standing stone, redstone dust, chiseled stone brick, and then in your incense burners, you put in your verdant sprig, an infernal bulb, wheat, and a gas tier. It's like a 10 block radius. You can see he's still getting some regeneration. I'm so tired, I need to hurry up with this. But yeah, you can do that, and I guess if you slap a name tag on him, you can keep him here for a while. Without a name tag, I think, if you haven't done anything with him in a while, he'll despawn. There is a ritual from Ars Nouveau. You got your ritual brasser. The ritual of restoration is another one that you can use. Takes abjuration essence, golden apple, flourishing arcwood, the brasser down, put your tablet on here. You are gonna need source. So keep a source jar around or something that's generating source. Let's use this handy dandy ender source jar. Awaiting activation, right click on it, boom, it's running. I'll break this down. You can break this thing, you don't have to worry about it. Just move it around if you need it. Just be careful. I think this seems to heal him pretty well. You could probably put like a Direwolf's Just Dire Things clicker right here, set to right click hostile mobs. Maybe put it for like every 10 seconds or something, you know, and just take off and have something to collect it and store it in a chest for you. If you have come across the Blessing of Life, the Blessing of Life spell is also another one that can heal. If you find the heal spell, the heal can only heal yourself. You cast this on yourself. If you find Blessing of Life, you can cast it on the creeper. Then I'll middle click him to cast my current spell. Boom. He's full health. Or that sweet, sweet juice from him. The sweet charged creeper juice. So yeah, I had these out. These are other places that you can find spell books. Look, I even had a spell book in this one here. These are from killing creepers over in my little grinding area. It's not the best spell book, but it could be your first starting one, right? Some arcane essence, some spells. So you can find spells in these too. Nebulous Heart, you can turn these into Ender Pearls early game. If you're looking for pearls early game, you can find these pretty commonly in chests. Boop. Pearls, mine now. So we'll put a fresh creeper in here. Bap, we'll give him a little boop. Give him a little boop. Maybe it has to be raining for this. Well, I feel silly. Hey, is it raining? Yippee! Excuse me. Another one I messed up. There might even be, I'm not sure if the glyph of lightning, there's a glyph of lightning here. Some lightning bolt located in any strike will be given the shocked effect. Shocked will cause blah, 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 blah. So here we go. It works! The lightning spell from Ars Nouveau. I just have projectile, I have lightning. You can probably, y'all can mess with it. So if you know another way to charge a creeper easily, if you want to make the gear and make it more powerful, you can. I'm wearing unobtainium mage gear. I mean, this is just super nice for clearing hordes of normal monsters, and I don't have any extra damage outside of what the spell book gives and what my armor gives. There is a rod to give you more lightning damage. The little orbs that you can craft here, these upgrade orbs, if you put them in the Arcane Anvil with your gear, you can apply orbs to your gear, up to 3 of them. See, this one has 10 cooldown reduction, and this one has 15. I put 3 on this one and 2 on this one, and I think I put something else on here. I don't know what it was, though. Might have been mana regen or something. Oh, no. I have lightning spell power down there, the fourth from the bottom in my stats. So you can add more spell damage that way, add more CDR. I just don't want a bunch of CDR because a lot of these spells actually have some very crazy cooldowns. But if you slap a bunch of the, you get so much spell power from the gear already and from the spell book that I think you're completely fine if you just throw some cooldown, like as many cooldown orbs as you can. These take recovery runes and empty upgrade orbs. You need the Cinder Essence, Arcane Ingots, Mithril, right? Like, this is kind of getting expensive, so it's going to feel slow and not powerful early. All of this stuff, I will say that it feels like very underwhelming early. Early game, you might want to get some very spammable spells. I like the Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning is really good. I think it has a pretty low cooldown. You see with my cooldown gear on, it's a 0.05 second cooldown, so. And yeah, this was my favorite early game spell. It moves a little slow, but it bounces. So if you're like in a tight cave or something with a bunch of monsters. Yep. Just like that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, let me know what spells you all like. Let me know if you have a way to charge the creeper. I apparently seem to be failing at it. There's probably many different ways to also heal the creeper. I kind of just went over a few little ones. So yeah, I hope to hear from you, and I'll see you soon, hopefully on stream. Don't forget, I stream every day at about 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm trying to stick to a schedule, but listen, I have a terrible sleep schedule, okay? So if I'm not on... Bro, why is this thing so zoomed in? I look like a damn goofball today. So yeah, I'll probably end up making a few more takes. Bye-bye. Love you, big dramatic smooch.